What if everything you thought you knew about the dawn of civilization was wrong? What if our ancestors weren't primitive hunter gatherers struggling to survive, but master builders creating monuments that would make modern engineers pause in wonder? Welcome to Göbekli Tepe, the archaeological site that's rewriting human history, one ancient stone at a time. Hidden beneath the hills of southeastern Turkey lies a secret that lay buried for over 11,000 years. Göbekli Tepe, which translates to Potbelly Hill, doesn't look like much from the surface. But dig deeper, and you'll uncover what archaeologists are calling the world's first temple, predating Stonehenge by 6,000 years and the Egyptian pyramids by 7,000 years. But here's what archaeologists don't want to admit. This site breaks every rule they've written about prehistoric humanity. Try to explain this with conventional archaeology, and you'll hit a wall. Before agriculture, before pottery, before the wheel, our ancestors were already creating architectural masterpieces that rival anything we see today. But that's not even the strangest part. Here's where it gets really disturbing. They built it, used it for centuries, and then deliberately buried the entire complex. The question is, why? What they were hiding will shake your understanding of human history to its core. What German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt saw in 1994 would make him question everything he knew about human evolution. When he arrived at this unremarkable Turkish hillside, he expected to find some pottery shards, maybe a few stone tools. Instead, he uncovered something that should have been impossible. Picture this: massive stone pillars, some weighing up to 16 tons, arranged in perfect circles. Now imagine trying to build the Empire State Building with Stone Age tools. That's essentially what these ancient people accomplished. These weren't crude markers. They were intricately carved with detailed reliefs of animals: serpents, wild boars, foxes, lions, and birds of prey. The craftsmanship was so sophisticated that modern stonemasons struggle to replicate it. But here's what made Schmidt's blood run cold. Radiocarbon dating revealed that Göbekli Tepe was built around 9600 BCE. Think about what that means. These people had no metal tools, no wheels, no domesticated animals to help transport the massive stones. And according to every textbook ever written, no complex social organization capable of such an undertaking. Try to explain this with conventional history, and you'll fail every time. We've always believed that religion and monumental architecture emerged after agriculture, after people settled down and formed complex societies. Göbekli Tepe doesn't just challenge this, it demolishes it completely. But that's not even the most disturbing discovery. Recent analysis suggests something that will make you question everything. The builders needed to feed large workforces, coordinate massive construction projects, and maintain these sites over generations. This means civilization didn't evolve slowly. It exploded into existence almost overnight. What could have driven such rapid development? Each excavation season brought new mysteries that defied explanation. The site contains multiple circular enclosures, with only a fraction excavated so far. Ground-penetrating radar suggests there could be up to 200 stone pillars still buried beneath the surface. But here's what will haunt you. Around 8000 BCE, at the height of its use, the entire complex was deliberately and carefully buried under tons of soil and stone. What they found next changed everything. Here's where Göbekli Tepe reveals its most mind-bending secrets, and I guarantee these discoveries will change how you think about our ancestors forever. What archaeologists uncovered next shouldn't exist in our timeline of human development. First revelation that breaks all the rules: the stone pillars aren't randomly placed. They're aligned with specific constellations and star patterns from 11,000 years ago. These people possessed advanced knowledge of astronomy and incorporated it into their sacred architecture with a precision that rivals modern observatories. But that's not even the impossible part. Here's what should terrify conventional archaeologists. Recent analysis of the animal carvings reveals they're not just decorative. They're telling a story about the end of the world. The reliefs appear to depict a cosmic catastrophe, possibly the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis, a catastrophic comet impact that triggered a global climate shift around 10,800 BCE. Imagine trying to explain this with mainstream archaeology. Our primitive ancestors were advanced enough to record and commemorate a global disaster that modern science only discovered in the last few decades. But here's the discovery that changes everything. If this interpretation is correct, Göbekli Tepe isn't just a temple. It's humanity's first disaster memorial, built to preserve the memory of a world-changing catastrophe that wiped out an earlier advanced civilization. Here's what will make your head spin. The construction techniques reveal impossible truths that mainstream archaeology refuses to acknowledge. These massive T-shaped pillars were quarried from bedrock using only stone tools. Yet they show evidence of planning and engineering that violates everything we know about prehistoric capabilities. Try to replicate their precision cutting and three-dimensional carvings with Bronze Age technology. Modern stonemasons with power tools can't match this quality. What technology were they really using? But that's not even the most disturbing part. What the site tells us about the people who built it will shatter your worldview. This wasn't the work of a small tribal group. It required hundreds, possibly thousands of people working together for decades. They needed specialized roles: master carvers, engineers, laborers, food providers, and spiritual leaders. This suggests a level of social organization that shouldn't have been possible for hunter-gatherer societies. Here's the final secret that will keep you awake at night. The deliberate burial around 8000 BCE wasn't abandonment, it was preservation. They carefully covered every pillar, every carving, every sacred space with fill dirt in a massive undertaking that required the same level of organization as the original construction. What were they hiding from? What did they know was coming? But here's the most disturbing question Göbekli Tepe raises. What if we've been wrong about everything? For over a century, archaeologists taught that civilization followed a neat progression. Hunting and gathering led to agriculture, which led to permanent settlements, which led to complex societies, which finally led to monumental architecture and organized religion. Göbekli Tepe doesn't just challenge this timeline, it obliterates it completely. Recent discoveries suggest we may be running out of time to understand the full implications before conventional archaeology tries to bury these findings. Try to explain this with traditional theories. The human drive to create sacred spaces, to gather for spiritual purposes, and to build monuments that transcend individual lifespans may have been the catalyst for civilization itself. The need to maintain these temples may have driven the development of agriculture, not the other way around. But that's not even the most revolutionary discovery. Here's what they don't want you to realize. We've portrayed our ancestors as primitive, focused solely on survival. But Göbekli Tepe reveals people who were capable of abstract thinking, complex planning, and spiritual contemplation that rivals our own. They weren't just surviving. They were creating meaning, building legacy, and exploring the deepest questions about existence and their place in the cosmos. The site forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. How much sophisticated understanding did our ancestors possess that we've forgotten or overlooked? The precision of their astronomical alignments, their mastery of stone working without metal tools, their ability to organize massive construction projects, these achievements suggest something that will change how you see yourself. Here's what they're desperately trying to hide from you. Recent technology isn't just revealing new details, it's uncovering evidence that completely destroys conventional timelines. Advanced imaging techniques, 3D modeling, and chemical analysis are exposing secrets that earlier archaeologists either missed or deliberately ignored. Each discovery adds new pieces to a puzzle that reveals something terrifying. We may not be the first advanced civilization on this planet. What they're finding now proves our ancestors had capabilities that officially don't exist. The final secret Göbekli Tepe reveals will change how you see yourself and your place in human history. This 11,000-year-old temple complex proves that the drive to create, to build something greater than ourselves, and to contemplate our place in the universe has been fundamental to human nature since the very beginning of civilization. But here's what will haunt you. The site demonstrates that our prehistoric ancestors possessed capabilities that we're only beginning to understand. They had advanced knowledge of astronomy, masterful engineering skills, and complex social organization that shouldn't have existed. They were capable of planning and executing projects that spanned generations, driven by spiritual beliefs and cosmic understanding that we've lost. Here's the truth they don't want you to accept. Göbekli Tepe reminds us that there's still so much we don't know about our own past that it's terrifying. With only 5% of the site excavated, countless secrets remain buried beneath the Turkish hillside. Recent discoveries suggest each new finding has the potential to further revolutionize our understanding of when and how human civilization truly began. But here's the final revelation that will shatter everything you believe about human development. The deliberate burial of Göbekli Tepe around 8000 BCE wasn't just preservation, it was a warning. The transition from an age of advanced temple builders to agricultural societies represents something far more sinister than evolution. Recent evidence suggests this transition involved the deliberate suppression of ancient knowledge, hidden away for reasons that become more terrifying as we uncover the truth. What they were hiding and why they felt the need to bury evidence of their advanced capabilities reveals a pattern that connects directly to modern cover-ups of archaeological discoveries. As we continue to uncover the secrets of Göbekli Tepe, we're not just learning about the past, we're exposing a systematic suppression of human potential that has been going on for thousands of years. What do you think about these revelations from Göbekli Tepe? Does it change how you view our prehistoric ancestors? Are you convinced that this site represents evidence of lost advanced knowledge, or do you think we're still missing pieces of the puzzle that will reveal even more shocking truths? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one and love hearing your perspectives on these archaeological mysteries that are rewriting human history. If you're fascinated by ancient sites that challenge our understanding of the past, you need to check out our Ancient Civilizations and Vanished Worlds playlist, where we explore other archaeological sites that are forcing scientists to question everything they thought they knew about human history. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Hidden Past History. Until next time, keep questioning what you think you know about the past, because history is full of secrets waiting to shatter your worldview.